Hello everybody and welcome to Jet TV. If you remember last time, I had just started my second ritual and lost one of my cities to the Chaos Hordes because they were a little bit more powerful than I expected, and one of my armies. Now we've got two more coming up through here, and we have just used one of my rights to spawn this army of monstrous units. Now we do have these guys coming up which I need to keep an eye on. However, Golden Tower here is quite well defended and has quite a nice garrison, so I'm fairly sure I can probably hold them off. However, it is also a city I don't want to use because it's one of my more built up ones. That said, I've also got these two guys coming in from the sea. Now these guys are very basic armies, so I think I can probably just sail out into the sea and smash them. Isn't the most glorious way of doing it, but it deals with them, and straight for XP on that one. Oh, this is something which I don't know if you guys have seen, but the I've got some blessed pterodon riders I can spawn as well now, which are quite nice from completing their mission. The Lizardmen ships are floating on magic made of stone, which just kind of hovers, which is quite cool. Right, so that's two nice easy battles for me there. Trait gained, I've now got more charge bonus and leadership. Let's double time it with this army and head back up to Golden Tower so that when these guys come down I've got more defense. Right, now I do have a lot of gold, as you can see, so I'm going to start look around, work out what I can upgrade. I want that force upgraded straight away. I'm going to grab one of these scrying pools. Simply, I don't necessarily want it, but it gives me unlocks various technologies which I do need to move along with my techs. Right, this area, you know, they're fine on leadership now, so let's have a quick look through. What do I want? Oh, well, obviously I want the resource. And down here there is not much I can do now. I do now have my star chamber, which means at some point in 5 turns I will be able to spawn myself a Slan Mage Priest to lead one of my armies, which is something I'm quite looking forward to. Right, I've got this guy over here who I'm just using to explore the map and pick up anything I can see in the sea as I'm wandering around. So it's getting me lots of extra added income here, and it's helping me meet new factions such as these guys who I might be able to trade with. Can't at the moment, but they are becoming more friendly with me. Oh, I'm already trading with those ones. Sorry, it's the Itzer I might want to trade with. Let's try for a non-aggression pact to start with to help push that up. Anyone else I can trade with at the moment? No one else right now, but it's not a huge issue. If there is a shipwreck there, I will go and get next turn. And this army can do something. I'm just going to garrison them in the Temple of Skulls for now. And I need to start pushing out a new technology. Now I'm going to go for this. That extra growth in all of my provinces is actually quite nice and will help me build up a bit quicker. Okay, so Kroq-Gar has leveled up. I've got him Grimlock. Right, so let me have a quick look. Obviously I've got Route Marcher. At some point getting the reduced army is always good. However, Kroq-Gar already gets quite a lot of things. These are always quite nice as well, just straight debuffs. So buffs against chaos, which could be good towards the end. I'm going to get him a physical resistance for now. Let's just have a look through here to see what we do get. So I can up my Saurus Warrior's damage even more. That would actually be quite good. Buff my Skink's missile damage. Kroq-Gar has really reduced things for Saurus Warriors, which is very good. That's good, and the second half, this is also where it's good to look. So it's quite a nice mix of things. things there. So I might push into some of these later on, but for now I think that physical resistance, just to make him that bit more tanky again. My skink priest has upgraded, as you can see. He's going quite well. I think I'm going to grab the hex now. Oh, actually no, I can put him on a stegodon, which I thought I'd already done. However, he's now on a stegodon, which means I can actually get him into melee, because while he's not hugely powerful, the stegodon is quite a good melee unit on its own. So this guy has been going down straight down the damage route, though. I'm going to get him his magic resistance as well. At what point? Oh no, sorry, I'm getting him on a Carnosaur at the moment. Again, just makes him that much more tanky. Right, let's see what these Chaos dudes do. I'm fairly sure they are just going to come and attack, because that is their usual strategy. And I think I can hold them at Golden Tower, if I can get back in and rebuild that other territory. And once we've done all this, I do have a quest battle for Kroq-Gar at the Fallen Gates. And here they come, as expected. Right, they're going to try and double stack. Now I have done quite a lot of damage to that second army, so if they're waiting there, I am actually going to push. Right, ancient skills. While studying some newly recovered ancient plaques, your skinks have rediscovered long lost building techniques. Okay, I've had this one before. As with them all, it gives you a buff. However, this one, I'm not so fussed on. I don't want the faster time just at the moment. Right, I am just going to go straight forward and attack. I do have the blessed Pterodon riders, which are very fast. They can shoot while moving. I do lack ranged on this army. However, I'm going to leave that for now, because actually they'll be useful against some of their units. It's just, what do I get rid of? I'm going to boot one of my spears. And one of my units of cav to get these two. These guys are very fast. They're just an agile unit, which gives me something good. They also have a death from above, so they can use a special attack to damage enemies below, which is drop rocks. Right, put these guys onto normal so I can actually attack. Would help. So this is an easy auto resolve. Let's kill their units. Pull this guy back to Serpent's Coast, and just in case, because I could still get an intervention army dropped on me. Right, and I've leveled up again. So let's get the other one of these, the magic resistance. I am going to... I'm getting to the point where I'm not sure what to get with my priest. Let's see what this one does. That is a buff for various units, which is quite nice. Wind Blast is maxed out, which is very nice. I can get him missile resistance, I can get him extra magic resistance, I can get him another spell. A bound spell, which I can always use. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to grab that. I'm probably going to grab these two resistances next. At what level is he? 18. I'm going to get him that, but I want to get him immortality as soon as I can, because if I lose him, that would be painful actually at this point. Again, I'm going to pop him to magic resistance. I do have some extra damage I can get though. Right, and we can also move forward and hit the next Chaos Army. And I have cleared that one out nicely. Let's take the damage now. Okay, so we gained some armour, various bits and pieces, and we cleared out that Chaos Army. I'm going to start moving this army up, because I don't think I need this here anymore. And these guys are going to come and rebuild this city. I'm not going to do that with Kroq-Gar, simply because I'm going to get some of these these dinosaurs into his army, and I'm going to start building up a new army with them in as well. And I am then going to take a quest battle, guys. So let's move this down. This is probably where somebody's going to drop an intervention army straight onto me. Right. I'm going to up this place's geomantic web, which is gives me various local buffs. And I do have a few other places I can upgrade. Let's start getting these guys down their economy buildings as well. And we've got this guy up here who I can get to get this fell cargo. It's an extra 5k, and let's head around the corner here. Ooh, let's not go too close to the vampire army. That did give me a little bit more money to spend, so let's get spending it. Right, these guys are now positive. I'm going to have to go deal with some factions up here next, unfortunately. I did want to go and invade the other continent next, however, looks like I'm going to have to push up to deal with the vampires who have been raiding in my territory and the orcs who have declared war on me. So it's always useful. Now, is this intervention army actually going to do anything now? He does just seem to be wandering around fairly aimlessly. I don't think it can work out where they're... Oh no, their ritual has failed now, so I'm not sure what this intervention army is going to do now, if it's just going to wander the map killing my enemies, which would be quite nice. However, I think the at this point I think the Skaven are pretty much out of account where it comes to the rituals, which is quite nice. That they didn't even take out one of the Chaos armies, so I think that continent is, well, Clan Pestilence are in trouble now, and I've already dealt with Clan Moors. The right kind of warrior. Rumours reach your Rumours reach you of forces loyal to the ancient enemy, the Ruinous Ones, obtaining vile corrupted foothold on Lustrian soil. However, you have recently instilled a new spawning program, resulting in many new Lizardmen of the wrong caste. Will you send your depleted armies out, or institute fresh spawning of deadly Saurus warriors? So I can up my recruitment cost, but lower my taintedness, or have extra corruption. I don't want to take that extra corruption. So I'm going to try to stop that happening. Right. So let's get this guy back around the corner. And let's get these up and let's tweak this army slightly. I haven't used any of these monstrous units before, so I'm not sure exactly how well they work. Right. Why is it selecting all of them? I'm going to take one of each of these and put them into this army. I'm just trying to think what I want more. So these are all good, they all have slightly different things. So obviously the Bastillodons are very heavily armoured. The Stegodons are not as armoured, but do more damage, and the fact that Bastillodon's damage is not great, so I'm not actually going to keep that in there. And I'm actually going to drop my other Cold One Riders, because I can effectively use these guys as my cavalry, as extra cavalry as well. Are they anti-large? The Carnosaurs are also anti-large. They have a lot of HP, though they do rampage. I might end up replacing them with some of the other ones long run, but for the moment, that'll do. Let's start heading this army back up here. And we will start heading out this way. I want to work out if I want to take on the elves at some point, but right now I'm going to leave that. Okay, so let's see what's happening. These guys are moving up. This land does have the gems, which is a resource I do really want to take advantage of as well, because that's going to, as always, help buff me up. Let's see what's happening to the remnants of Clan Pestilence then. These guys just literally going to wander around now, destroying Clan Pestilence cities. I'm not complaining if they are. That is a very powerful bonus if that is what they're going to do. What are these greenskins doing? Are they going to ask the peace now? That's not happening, mate. You've caused the wrath of the courted the wrath of the Lizardmen. You're not gonna be spared that. Right, we do have a quest mission now. Hand of the Gods, guys. So we're gonna jump into this now with my shiny new army. Do a quick save beforehand, just to make sure I don't completely derp it up. And let's go. This will give me this will give me the Hand of the Gods for Kroq-Gar, which is it's quite a nice buff. Yep, extra damage, ward save, income from battles, and a new ability. So let's jump straight in here. Now here we're going to be fighting against the High Elves. They've got quite a nice force here, including a dragon, so I do need to pay attention to him. And these ranged units. Now this is going to be at the Fallen Gates. It's one of the battles of the Fallen Gates, which I'm fairly sure a lot of us have seen during the preview streams for Total War 2. And we'll see how I do it here. I think I've got a fairly nice army. We'll see how these my monstrous creatures operate, the Carnosaurs and the Stegodons, which I've got in this army. I'll try and use them to break up their units, as well as my skink priest, who is now on a Stegodon, and my lord is on a Carnosaur, as is my warrior. So actually, we've got quite a lot of monstrous creatures in this army to play with the enemy, to break them down. However, as you can see, they do have spears here. So I do want to pay attention to here, and they are elves, so they will have a lot of range. So potentially they can do quite a lot of damage to me if I'm not paying attention. So I really want to keep the pressure on, push up at them. Now, what is the speed like on these guys? I'm not 100% sure on the speed of these guys. My game does appear to be freezing up for a second here, guys. I don't think it's going to crash. It does do this sometimes when I'm loading. But yeah, hopefully I'm going to have enough to be able to chase down their archers. Now these pterodons, I unfortunately think, are probably going to get peppered by their archers. Right, I'm not going to talk through the explanation here. Okay, so I'm just going to pause this straight away so we can just look at this place. So this is one of the Fallen Gates. I'm not sure if there are more than one. However, this is one of the places where the old ones would come into the world to speak to the Lizardmen to discuss the great plan, I believe. I'm not the best person when it comes to Warhammer lore, however, you can just look at this terrain. It is fantastic to view, and these lots of maps now are like this. You've got fantastic backgrounds. Now let's have a look. We've got their main army up here. We've got a few ranged units here. I probably want to get rid of those fairly quickly. Now I do have a feral cold ones I can drop on people as well at the moment, as a buff from the right I use to get me my monstrous army. We've got spear units here, so I don't want to just charge my dinosaur straight in, and some more ranged there. So let's just get myself set up to start with. I'm going to start with and moving into position. I don't have much ranged here, so I do want to be a bit careful. And my skink priest is now on this awesome looking stegodon here, which means he can actually get into melee, and he's got a few little archers on there, as well as a big bolt thrower, which is quite cool. So he's got normal straight range damage as well, so he can keep pinging away at people as well as digging in and getting involved if he wants, which is always useful. I think I've got everybody moving then, so let's start up again. Now there might be quite a bit of micro going on here, so I may make mistakes. A lot of magic here, so let's just whack a straight chain lightning straight down on them. They'll probably move out of the way, but it might well do some damage for me. And I'm going to pop some Carnosaurs straight up onto their siege equipment up there. This will hopefully deal with that siege equipment. That's quite a lot of damage going in straight away. Let's start moving straight in. In fact, while they're broken up, let's charge. Pop a wind spell down at these guys. Now this is in fact, I'm gonna overcast this onto these guys. In fact, I might even just be able to get my Carnosaur straight through the centre. They've already broken, and out goes the wind spell, and that was devastating. Right, so we've still got our Carnosaurs up here. Let's get my cold ones straight through. Let's get my monstrous units up here to deal with that. And let's get these guys in helping as well. Right, so these guys are broken. Let's pull up and straight away and reform. Get my Kroq-Gars up as well. So these guys are broken. Now this is the one thing which isn't so good about him being on the Stegosaur. When he's on the Pterodon, I can move him around really fast to get him into position and get him into where he needs to be. Why are some of my guys not moving? You're meant to be moving up here. You guys are all meant to be moving up here. I think I've dealt with this a little bit, and we have a dragon coming in here. Get my cold ones back. My other cold ones have enraged. Let's get all of my monstrous units up here on the flank. I think that dragon is going to go down after my bot, after my leader. Again, my guys keep getting stuck on this map for some reason, which is really quite annoying. Right, we've got this dragon in, so let's get everything in on this dragon now while we can. Throw some lightning at him as well, if I can. Oh no! Oh! Well, that did not go well. Am I still going to hit him? Yes, damaged my own units there as well, but I did get a good hit off. This gets the range stuff there shooting at him as well. Let's keep moving up, keep this pressure on. Let's check if any of my other guys have stopped moving suddenly, because that seems to keep happening. It's a little annoying. And yes, the dragon is dead. And my Carnosaurs have rampaged up into the enemy, and I am being shot at now. Right, let's pop a chain lightning on them. And let's get these cold ones out. I don't want them get them over to each side so I can start pushing around to deal with their archers. I don't want them taking too much damage too early. And my Carnosaur flank. Right, where's their main range? Let's pop some more out. Slam my Carnosaurs into the side, and it is now time to charge. Why are my cold ones walking so damn slowly? I'm going to get him actually involved. Let's throw a fireball at their leader. Let's throw out some wind spells. We've got another army coming in from side I want to pay attention to here. Let's get my Stegodons up. I think I'm preferring the Carnosaurs simply because they're faster. Let's get my cold ones on this. Right, we're engaging nicely. Let's charge my Stegodons into these guys. Let's just do a little pan of the line here of let's get my two heroes over to deal with him as well. There's my skink. So we are doing fairly nicely there. Let's pop another red spell down here. Could have hit better, but quite nicely. So watching all of my Lizardmen cutting through these guys. Let's get back up to the battle before something happens which I'm not paying attention to. Oh! So they've just brought in two mages, so I'm going to pull some people over to deal with them. Let's pull my leaders over to deal with them, and let's just keep this pressure on. Why are my Kroq-Gars not involved in this? We seem to have broken their line. I'm getting a lot of units who are now rampaging, but we can deal with that. Let's use my Itzel. There wasn't really much around me to blow up at that point. Pop out another wind spell. Let's knock their two mages over. Oh, that didn't do much. Let's get my Saurus-Scar veteran onto them. Okay, I think we're doing well here, guys. Let's get my Stegodons out. My cold ones chasing. Where are my Carnosaurs? Why are you not eating people? Okay, I think we've nearly got the chain route going on here, guys. I don't need to use that hill. And that's it, guys. They are breaking, so that is the chain route. So, it's quite nice. Sorry, my micro, as I mentioned, my micro isn't the best, and for some reason all of my units were getting stuck when I was coming up this hill. However, that seems to have gone quite nicely. So we have won our battle at the Fallen Gates. I will try and pull this out, guys, so we can have this as a separate video as well. So put it on there. What I might also do, because I have got a save just beforehand, is I might just go into it and film it again separately, so there'll be two different versions of this. One where hopefully my micro is a little bit better. So if you want to just watch the battle, well, you've already just watched it, so you can't really just watch the battle again. But we'll see how that goes. Now I am going to actually cut this now, because we have just hit the 30-minute mark, and I am trying to keep these to about 30 minutes apiece. In our next go, we'll be recolonising that city, and we will be pushing north into the vampire lands to clear out those vampires and clear out those orcs. Once I've secured that area and it is nice and safe, I might try and ally with the humans there. I'm probably going to go and invade Lustria, send a force over there to try and take control of Lustria and finish off the last of those Skaven over there, because it's always fun fighting Skaven, though from the look of Clan Pestilence I don't think the Skaven are doing particularly well over there at the moment. Of course, there is one other option. I could always go and invade Elf 1 and the High Elves, but I think they're quite powerful at the moment. So we'll see where things take you, because as you all know, your best laid plans in this game can change as time goes on. Anyway, thank you again very much for watching. Please feel free to give me any feedback you want, guys. I am very new to this, so any feedback is very useful. Just please try and keep it constructive. Thank you very much. Just so you can see it, I'm going to exterminate all of the captives for extra XP. Again, thank you for watching.